Back. You are listening to Local Biz Now. I am Joe Vagnone. If it's Friday morning, your business matters. And today we have two sharp, intelligent people here that I promise you will inspire, inform, and entertain. Well, they'll probably inspire and inform. I'll do the entertaining. That's probably what's going to happen here today. Chuck Cooper is the founder of WhiteWater Consulting. Chuck, thank you so much, my friend. I really do appreciate you being here. And Harm, I'm not going to say his last name, is a business accelerator. Harm, thank you so much for coming here today. I really do appreciate it. Real quick, remind everybody what it is exactly that you do.
I'm accelerate companies, small and medium-sized companies, and acceleration of sales and profit. Period.
And you've got, if somebody wanted to reach you because they needed some good business coaching, how could they do it?
They can go to the website for Core for Business Coaching, and they push the button, and I will get an email.
Push the button?
Push the button.
Well, I'm here, and you've got a book here that says Business Acceleration One-on-One. Like, I already applied for it. You know, I applied for it this morning.
They can download it for free.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I know. They're free. And so thank you, my friend, for being here. I really do appreciate it.
I'm Dutch. I'm frugal, so download it for free.
I guarantee if you just type in Harm, H-A-R-M, he's the only Harm in North America.
I know.
I'm positive that's the case.
I think so, but it's harm's way, or it's harmful. I know. You know, and it's really great when I introduce myself, I use his name. And I make some jokes about it. No one forgets it.
So Harm, let's talk a little bit about the client you're looking for. What is the profile of somebody that you can really help? Because I just described for you what's happening. It's like coaching has gone full circle, and now everybody who has either experienced it or thought about it has some uncomfortable challenges that have happened to you. I gave you an example of my sister's challenges off the air, and so what is the profile you're looking for? Because what I used to hear for coaches, coachable, right? So talk a little bit about what a good profile looks like.
Coachable is absolutely important. The profile, small and medium-sized companies, not too big. I'm done with red tape. Forget it. It's past time. I don't like to work in that environment anymore. But small and medium-sized, and companies who like to grow. Companies who really like to grow fast. We discussed it many times. A lot of companies are too small to be sold.
Yes.
And so when you
and they're so small, they're not ready for the growth in which you can leverage for them.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And it's for sure, it's revenue, but it's bottom line at the end of the day. And the value of the organization. So when motivated owners like to grow themselves, the company, I'm there to
so
pick them up.
I described you as this to a friend of mine the other day that I was trying to send your way. I send Harm my most aggressive business people. When you pick up the phone and call Harm, be ready to grow. You want to help them, right? It's not a matter of just simply help me. These are successful companies that want to be ultra successful. That's who you really are exceptional at helping.
Yeah, and the way I look at companies, every company is unique on itself. And when you are able to find the real market-dominating drivers in that company, the unique market-dominating drivers, it's time to win. But you have to find those, and that's also my philosophy: market-dominating position, which is a. Think about Domino's. I'm not allowed to make any commercial. Yeah, but Domino's had a great way of looking at their marketing, strategic marketing. You buy pizza, 30 minutes, hot at home. Otherwise, money back. Yeah. That's a positioning which is really strong, and you have to find that in every. You can find it in every company, and when you are there, then the next steps, Kaizen-based next steps. And I use a piece of software for that, a profit acceleration software, to plan that whole process in a year or 2 years. And that's a piece of guarantee. I work also on the basis of no result, no pay. Why would people pay for a coach when there's no result? That's something for your sister, by the way.
Right. No, you're right. You're absolutely right. And before you even hire a coach, you got to know what you want. You got to know your goal. You got to know what the why is, so that you can tell them. Just like you coaches should make small business people accountable, small business people need to make the coaches accountable
Absolutely.
too. I should see positive growth happening.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You got a question, Chuck? Because you're over there looking.
Yeah.
Chuck, you can't be pleasant in this radio thing.
Come on.
You got to jump in. You can't wait, Chuck. You got to jump in. I could tell he had that pleasant look on his face, right?
So just when you're looking at business owners and leaders focusing on growth, are there specific industries that you feel like you fit better in?
No, not so much. We had a short discussion before the show. There are some businesses I don't like to go in, but overall it doesn't matter too much.
So a lot of them would come back just to the mindset of the business owner.
Absolutely.
If they are looking to grow not only their business revenue-wise, but also looking to grow their people and all their entire organization.
Yeah, and the fun part of moving around through the whole market is that it keeps your mind open.
True,
and you
exactly.
learn a lot, and that is also fun.
Great.
So Harm, one thing I've learned over the years is that I do need somebody like Chuck, right? Which I hate. You understand? I don't like seeing Chuck. I don't like talking about Chuck. I don't like reading Chuck's book. I don't like anything about what Chuck has to say, but I got to have it.
Yeah.
And most coaches aren't good at this. They aren't experienced in this area. It really is an area in which you really do need this long-term help and advice. But you're kind of unique in that you've been with some really large organizations. Would you be able to help clients with HR issues, or would you still refer them to a third party like Chuck?
I can help in a general way, but the specialists are Chuck and his company. But we have a joke about employees. We have a joke in the Netherlands.
Oh
about
yeah, pick on Chuck. I like that.
We make a joke about it. We always say you wish your competitor the most employees.
Oh boy, there's so many problems with this show right now. I can't even get into it. So, Harm, what advice would you give somebody that is listening right now and they're thinking, you know what, it's time to grow. I'm ready. I'm just not sure what those first 2-3 steps are. What advice would you give them?
Now, first of all, look in the mirror and do you really want to grow, or only talk about it? Because there's a lot of talking. Hey, we need to grow. Yeah, I know you have to grow, but when you really want to grow, then think about it and reach out and talk about this whole thing of grow with a coach, with a specialist. Call me, call competition.
So let me ask you a question. Is my thought to grow as important as the thought to even start the business to begin with? Because listening to you, it does sound like it's a total recommitment.
Sometimes it is, because a lot of small business owners, they are in the same flow for a long time.
Right. I've got to a comfortable spot. I'm making a certain amount of money. I like my employees. Things are working well for me.
Yeah. And then there is that moment of wake up, and I cannot sell my company. Or, oh, gee, costs are going up. I need to make more sales, profitable sales. And then there is that panic moment, the panic button. But they need to be motivated. Otherwise, it's a painful, painful process.
And if nothing else, they should come to you and see what it looks like to consider what growth would look like.
Yeah, and I can show that in a smart piece of software, how that looks, what kind of an effort it takes to do that.
And I think if somebody's listening, that is probably the reason they make contact with you. Tell me what it would look like to grow. And then I'll decide whether I actually want to implement it or not.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. Are they still willing to go for it?
Mm-hmm. Good. Do you ever have companies that are looking to sell? How much time do you feel like they need to prepare and implement your strategies for growth to be able to maximize the value of their company?
It depends how deep they are underwater, but normally a half a year.
Half a year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Guys, thank you so much. Chuck, thank you for the month, buddy. I really do appreciate it.
I've enjoyed it. It's been great.
You are listening to Local Biz Now. It's Friday morning. Say it, Chuck. Say it.
Your business matters.
Yeah. We'll see you next week. phenomenal.